Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all doing? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing well. All praise be to the Almighty. Today was a beautiful day, and it's still a beautiful day, a nice sunny day. And I hope that you all did your washing and the washing got dry. I also did some washing. Guys, so can you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. I need to get to 1K subscribers so that I can monetize. So if you want to continue seeing my videos, seeing me talking about memories of me and my late sister Fatima, and you want to see me cooking, please help me and subscribe so that I can monetize. Thank you. I wrote a book just after Fatima passed away. The book is not published yet. It's called Memoirs of Fatima Sydow. My sister Khadija, she named the book Shukran Haja. So it's called Memoirs of Fatima Sydow, and I'm going to share some of these stories with you. And hopefully it will be published soon. To self-publish costs money. And with today's economy, everything's expensive. I remember my grandma telling me when I was like a teenager, I went to go buy a bottle of fish oil, I think it's a 750 ml fish oil. She sent me to that time it was called a tuck shop. Now they call it a buy. So she sent me to the tuck shop down the road to go buy a bottle of fish oil. And then I'm not sure how much it was, but it was like, say 2 or 3 rand, something like that, I'm not sure. And then she said to me, wanneer jy groot gaan wees, when you're gonna be a big woman, this bottle of fish oil is gonna cost 20 rand. And I thought to myself, no, that's impossible. That can't happen, that is impossible. And then she also told me the bread will be 20 rand. And now that's more or less the prices of the bread and the fish oil. And it pains me knowing that. Nevertheless, so I'm going to tell you a little bits of stories of me and Fatima, memories that I share in my book. And the very first chapter is about me and my siblings. So there's Nadia, my titi, there's Hatta, Hajira, and there's my Buddha Ibrahim. Not a lot of people know that I have a brother. So guys, I do have a brother and we love him so much. And then there's the twins, which is Fatima. May the Almighty be pleased with her. And then there's Haja, Hadija, also known as Haja Cooks. And then there's me, I'm the baby. And this one particular morning, we lived in Rocklands. We were on our way to Manandi Beach, and I remember it was in summer. It was a Sunday, but it was drizzling. It was drizzling in summer, so it must have been a really hot day. And my dad was taking us to Manandi, and then as we were leaving the house, he checked to see if he packed in enough lunch for us, which was peanut butter, sandwiches, and 2-liter unmarked cool drink. The Kool-Aid? Yeah. And I remember my favorite was the orange flavor. And then when we were on our way, my dad told us not to speak too loudly because he doesn't want the rest of the road children to know that we're going. Otherwise, he's going to have to end up babysitting all the children, which he usually does. But on this particular Sunday, he said no. And then as we walked, it was so nice. We were running, me and my siblings, chasing each other, seeing who's going to be first. And then when we got to the beach, everybody was running to the water, chasing each other, frolicking, having a good time. And then I looked to see where's Fatima. And Fatima was sitting on the sand, building sandcastles. And I ran over to her and I thought, why every time we come to the beach, she's building sandcastles? And I go over to her and I tell her, Ling, because we used to call them Ling. And I said, Ling, Ukoko swim, Jenny, why are you not coming to swim? And then she said to me she's scared of the ocean. And I thought to myself, I'm going to play with her. We're going to build sandcastles, and we're playing, and she's bedding me in the sand. I don't know if you guys used to do that, where you lay and then then they bury you with the sand. And it was just one of those key memories that I remember of me and my siblings, the earliest memory actually of me and my siblings, and Fatima being afraid of the ocean. I actually told her, give your hand to me, and then we just go put our feet, in the water. And as the wave came close by, very small wave, we touched our feet in the water, and Fatima ran back. She sprinted back to the sand, and I ran after, and I held her hands, and she was shaking. And I said to her, it's fine, come, let's just play. We build sandcastles, it's fine. And then later in life, Fatima became a lifeguard at Sea Point Pool. Can you believe it? A senior lifeguard. And I was so proud of her when she phoned me this one day and told me, guess what? I'm the senior lifeguard at Sea Point Pool. So as the years went past, my mom worked at Westridge Pools. So we would go with her in the holidays and weekends, and that is where all of us strengthened our swimming skills. So guys, please subscribe to my channel so that I can reach 1K subscribers and start to monetize. I hope you like my story, and you must have a beautiful day further. Love you lots.